Once upon a time, there was a renowned professor of time management who gathered a large group of university students. He placed a large, empty glass jar on the table in front of them. Today, we are going to learn one of the most vital lessons about how to manage our lives and our time. The professor began. First, he took a handful of large rocks about the size of a fist and carefully placed them one by one into the jar. When the jar was full of rocks, he asked the students, "Is this jar full?" The students responded in unison, "Yes, it is full." The professor smiled. "Are you absolutely sure?" Next, the professor took a bag of small pebbles. He poured the pebbles into the jar, and they easily settled into the empty spaces between the large rocks. When all the pebbles were inside, the professor asked the students again, "Now is the jar full?" This time, the students were hesitant. "We don't think so," they murmured. "You are correct," the professor affirmed. Finally, the professor produced a bag of fine sand. He slowly poured the sand into the jar. The sand filled the tiniest remaining gaps between the rocks and the pebbles, reaching the very top of the jar. The professor held the jar up, now truly full, and looked at the students. He then began to explain the profound lesson this simple demonstration held. This jar represents your life, and these three elements represent all the time you have. The large rocks. These are the most important, essential things in your life. They include your health, your family and loved ones, your core career goals, your spiritual well-being, and anything that gives your life true meaning. Without them, your life will not feel complete. The pebbles. These are your daily obligations and necessary tasks. Things like responding to emails, running errands, household chores, and appointments. They are important, but not fundamental to your existence. The sand. This represents all the wasted time. This is time spent aimlessly scrolling through social media, watching excessive television, or engaging in activities that hold no long-term value. Now listen closely to the key lesson. Did you notice that I put the large rocks in first? If I had put the sand in first, there would have been no room left for the large rocks. Your life is exactly the same. If you prioritize filling your time with the small, unimportant sand, you will never have enough space for your most important rocks. The professor looked intently at the students and offered his final advice. Starting today, identify what your large rocks are. Put those rocks in your jar first. Dedicate time to your most crucial goals, your health, and the people who matter most. Only then should you fill in the spaces with the pebbles and the sand. Prioritization is the only way to ensure your life is lived meaningfully and completely, not just busily. What will you put into the jar of your life first today?